Dougie to get everything. Welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. We'll begin in 40 seconds.
Don't catch no feelings. I come through with the style that's always prevented. From the block like the TikTok don't stop. I was at shorty, you know she was non-stop. I had the hot clot, chilling like a real god. Everybody know Big One was a show shot. You get high with the Don, here's the real supply. You get high with the Don, here's the real supply. It goes on and on, ain't no fucking questions why. The gangster love, get the real fucking supply. What? She came through, giving me more than I could.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. And tonight, I'm proud to have back Wesley Keith Mullings. And if you're not familiar with who Wesley Keith Mullings is, he's basically a trademark class guru that we set up and we have over in Telegram. So if you're still interested in getting a registered trademark and you don't know how to do it, you need a class, and he's got it from just fundamental first step all the way to the very end, everything that you need to do. So, yeah, I'm proud to have him back on the show. I've had him on before. He's been around the movement for a hot minute, and I would gather to say, without putting words in his mouth, that he's probably, been down the same roads that I have. Most of us have. Some of us have taken a different road to get to the same destination, but we're there. So I noticed that Keith had a new program, and I inquired about it, and he says, "Hey, here's what we got." According to Keith, it's legal in 44 states. And we can cover which 6 that it's not. That'll probably be much easier than covering the 44 that are, as well as Puerto Rico, because I asked about Puerto Rico specifically, whether it was good in the territorial possessions of the United States of America, and that's what I received. So the music that I had playing in, not the rock music, I'm going to change that up, but the other one, Take the Day Off, that's by my buddy Pinche Juan C, as he says he is, but that's Juan C. Vasquez, my local friend, Houston independent movie producer, writer, actor, director, screenplay writer. He does the whole shebang. And I knew he rapped because we've done 2 music videos together. I had no idea he had a catalog. And he's got quite the talented, creative person. So, yeah, you never know what happens when you take somebody out and you're the designated driver, so they can get as bombed as they want. And you know what they say, loose lips sink ships. So it was one of those show me things. But that's a new intro. I'm going to dig into some more of his music, utilize it in my show. Me and YouTube are going back and forth on copyright issues, but I was like, hey, here's this cell phone calling. I'll holler at you later, YouTube. So without further ado, let me bring on our esteemed guest, and I hope you get some education out of this. Hope you learn something. This may or may not be for you. We're going to find out. If you have any questions, leave them over here in the comments, because I don't want you to go away from this video without, asking a question to Keith, figuring out what this is really all about. Obviously, it covers renters insurance, homeowners insurance, auto insurance, as well as, I believe, the full spectrum of health, which would be eyes, dental, and health. And let's bring the man on himself. Wesley Keith Mullings. How you doing, sir?
Greetings, my brother. How's it going, Floyd?
It's going great, man. Just doing my thing every day. You know, it's the grind.
There it is. There it is. Oh,
It
I'm
is.
excited tonight, man.
Well,
So
good.
there's a lot to share. I'm excited with everything that I've been able to assist people with, starting with you know, going way back, how to travel properly, freely. This is a graduation into that, with the being able to show uh, financial responsibility, as it is called in the law, where we're talking about auto insurance.
And
Go ahead.
clarify that for folks because most people think, oh, I have to have insurance, but the actual legal term is maintain or proof of financial
Financial
responsibility.
responsibility. Yes,
There you
that's
go.
it. That's what it is called in the law. So that way, we're able to accomplish what the law is dictating without falling into colloquialisms that, people just, oh, well, I just know it's called insurance. So this is a way to show that proof and to actually have something that the law can actually use. So we're not outside of compliance, which is the most important thing here. So being able to do that, um, the trademark is always an ace up the sleeve, or what I call a big joker. So we've got we've got everything that is necessary. So, and there are a lot of people who are, after having a bad experience with either, a government agent or agency, oh, I just want to be left alone. Hey, we got you covered. We've got you covered. So being able to offer this financial responsibility, whether it's auto or homeowner or even renter, which to be able to have yourself covered as a renter, oh man, I'm just too excited about being able to do this. And then of course, healthcare,
That's
something that has been
huge.
plaguing us all for what, 16 years at least.
Healthcare will be the number one expenditure of the federal government in the next decade.
Yeah. So this has a great opportunity to level the playing field, right the scales, balance the books, whatever way you want to say it, is a real opportunity to get that done. So I'm very
Okay.
excited about it.
Um, I don't have any questions yet. So let's walk through this. Do you want to go through the auto insurance, what that looks like by
Sure.
category, or
Absolutely.
do you want to explain the whole thing? I you know, I do this with my guests when I contact them on the phone, and they'll start telling me everything about it. And I'm like, hold up. I want to be fresh on the show. So I don't want you to have to repeat everything to me. So that way, I'm just as curious as my audience. So
Oh, sure, sure.
that's
I'm
where
all
I'm
for
at.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get myself set up real
I'm
quick.
talking more to
And
the audience than I am to you, Leslie.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Just so they
Nothing
understand.
wrong there. Let's see.
Let me
Can I
see if
move
I
this?
have your. Man, I've been so busy. Whoops, wrong one.
Let's see. I think I gotta move this to.
Make sure another tab.
Oops.
Look over here.
Okay, there we go. And then I'll do the
There
slideshow
it is.
there. So when I do present, share the screen. Okay. Okay, I think that is the screen I need to share.
Oh, well, I have
Okay,
this private insurance. You have what?
right, right.
Tell me about that. That's how it's going to work.
That's
You
it. That's
know,
the only
or
way it's gonna
yeah,
work.
conversations with people that just naturally pop up. they start talking about, oh man, my insurance is so expensive, blah this, blah that, or they're canceling on me, or oh man, I got a traffic ticket, now my insurance going to go up.
Oh boy.
You know,
Or they're complaining, oh, well, my premiums went up this month. And you're what? Premium? What? Ooh, I hadn't seen those in years, you know?
and what if you live in Florida or California or the Gulf Coast of America
Ooh,
and you can't get
imagine
flood
if,
insurance?
yes. Imagine if those homeowners, let's just use California, right?
Okay.
The one when they had to go through the wildfires. Imagine if they had this kind of insurance. They could all be rebuilding right now.
Oh, they'd already be rebuilt by now.
Exactly. They'd be done with it.
Oh,
Oh, it's a fire. Oh, wow. My sentimental stuff got destroyed. Guess what? I'm gonna get new stuff.
You could literally, okay, if it wasn't, a $30 million house, but if it was within the $3 million ceiling, you could actually have a crew out there working 24/7 to finish.
I got something special for you, Floyd. I got something special. You're getting ahead. You're getting ahead. So let me finish this.
No.
All right.
Slow. I'm just some moron sitting behind my laptop every day just looking for stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me get back to the presentation real quick. So now what this does, because of you being the deciding factor in the situation with a car, you're now able to completely eliminate repossessions. And you could access the funding for your bonds in case of, a theft or vandalism, or if somebody had a barnacle on the windshield or a boot.
Did you just say stop repossessions?
Yes.
Oh God, you got a whole bunch of people's attention right there.
Because the thing is this, if you're financing the car and you missed one or two payments, you could put in a claim, hey, let me pay this whole thing off. And you're the deciding factor. You're not going to say no to you. So, hey, well, here's the claim. What do you want to do with it?
You're not going to
approve it.
There comes a time you're going to have to learn how to say no to you. This could
when
get out of hand.
When it comes to that Rolls Royce, that's when you got to say no.
Okay.
You can't roll up at the Lamborghini dealership.
Yes. You and I, we I cut it short because you can go do your thing. I can go do my thing. But I have stumbled on the private bank. The whole system, how it works, that the Masons, Knights of Columbus, the Odd Fellows, the Woodsmen.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of some of these secret societies, but
yeah,
I got on that trail with artificial intelligence, and it was like, this is what they do. I'm like, oh man,
yes.
I'm on something here. So
yes,
yeah, we'll definitely talk. That's a whole nother subject off of this, but you're like over there teasing in that category going, you feel me? You feel me?
Ali Oxenfree.
Right.
Marco.
Yeah.
So whether it's theft recovery, vandalism, damage, confiscations, impoundments, I mentioned the boots, the barnacles, hit and runs, you're able to satisfy what you need dollar for dollar, regardless of any of these situations.
All right. What is going to be your proof, your tangible physical proof of financial responsibility that you would present to law enforcement or a governmental official?
Well, in many states, and this is what I was mentioning to you about the 44 states that already have this as a part of their legislation. They already have the legislation in place that gives approval for self-insurance for automobiles. They already have it. Many people don't realize it or know about it because the thing that's shoved into everyone's face is, oh, go to State Farm, go to Travelers, go to,
Right.
Prudential. But you can self-insure. It's written in the law.
Sure. Yeah.
So because it's written in the law, they have to give you the room to express it.
And what is I mean, do you have a certificate that you produce, or
Nope.
they produce themselves, or?
And the states don't produce a certificate either.
Right. But you have
So,
a card from your
well,
insurance company.
what I suggest to anyone is when they have their bonds and they have proof that the bonds have been accepted by the state, just keep that in the car. Keep the proof.
I did that and I got laughed at when I presented it, and I was like, okay. And that's it. I just let that shit slide. I didn't even respond to it.
Right. Because the thing that they cannot say is that you didn't do what you did.
Right.
They can't say it. So they'll go back to the state agency and say, oh, did you get this? Or I had a dude that I pulled over and they had presented this. And the state is going to have to say, yeah, we do have that on account. So who's going to look stupid? Not you, because you told the truth.
You were in honor.
There you go.
With clean hands.
Exactly. And that's why we want to operate with clean hands and in good faith, regardless.
Right. Absolutely.
So, next, our advantages. There's no submission to insurance companies for terms, investigations, or any other red tape. We're able to get rapid responses because there's no middlemen here. This is your trust and the state talking directly to each other. You're able to protect all of the trust assets for its vehicles from traditional creditor claims because of the trust structure. So even if they wanted to impound or confiscate the car, it's trust property. You can't touch it. Period. This is for your protection.
Do the vehicles have to be registered in the trust?
Yes.
Okay.
They have to be, the ownership of the vehicles has to be with the trust only.
So all the real and personal property that are assets of the trust have to be registered, licensed, bonded, whatever, in the trust.
Well, not licensed. License is you as a driver.
Yeah, I'm just using that as a broad spectrum.
Yeah. Right. So, but as far as ownership, to show that, hey, here's the certificate of ownership with the DMV, yes, that has to show that the trust owns this.
Okay. That like if you had a food truck and you had to have a license to operate the food truck. It's a trust asset.
That is a commercial license. That's different. That's not the same thing as being able to drive it. All right.
No, not the driver's license to drive the food truck, but a license to operate the food truck.
Yeah.
The health.
That's what I mean.
Department.
That's what I mean. That's a commerce license.
Okay.
That's kind of the same thing as a brick and mortar, sale and use tax type thing.
Right, but it can't be in your name. It has to be in the
trust
whatever the trust LLC if you have it, or LLP, sole proprietor, whatever.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
And then, of course, jurisdictional control. You're able to operate from the private rather than dealing with a public entity. So, what we do, we help with creating the instruments and the whole package, with being able to provide proof that this was delivered and accepted. We give clear instructions on how to present what was mentioned earlier about if you're pulled over, or in dealing with claims, to give presentment to, let's say if the person that has the private insurance is at fault, they'll be able to present proof of the bonds and liquidity to the other side with no issues.
Could you put ceilings on your payouts, like a fee schedule?
A fee schedule is if the other side doesn't perform. And when you're giving a payment, the only performance you're expecting is that they're going to cash it.
Well, let's just say you hit a Enzo Ferrari
Okay.
and it's worth 4 million, not 3, and exceeds the policy. That's what I said. Is there a ceiling, like, collision pays out $100,000?
Uh, you would pay out based on whatever the balance is on that bond. If they're saying, okay, we'll accept this, and you have to set up another bond just to do it, I mean, you'll do that.
So,
But yeah, that's just a function of you got to set up another bond.
okay, so the auto bond, would that work on, let's say, a RV trailer, those covered
Uh,
as well?
an RV, yes. The only limitation is that the automobile in question has to be owned exclusively by the trust, and it should not be used in commerce.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
technically, you could get a sport yacht, insure that,
Sure,
a
sure.
houseboat, a plane, helicopter.
Yes,
This is why I'm saying, these liability factors and, who gets what, because you have the wrong accident when you're getting up in that level,
yes.
and, boom, the policy might get
Goes
eaten up
higher.
by
Yeah,
somebody else.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So you could actually, it would probably, if you had something, let's just say you were that wealthy where you did have a plane and a expensive boat. They're all expensive. I don't think there's anything as a cheap boat. Uh, but you may want to have more than one policy to cover each individual item
You could.
due to the value and liability of what could happen owning and operating that vehicle.
You could.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to cover all the bases because nobody over here is asking questions in the audience.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully I'm asking them for all you guys and it's leaving you speechless.
That I do hope for that. That would be a great response. All right. So we're also including instructions for claims communication and processing, whether it is where you're at fault or the other side's at fault, or giving instructions or communicating with the state itself. And then it's structured to work within the existing legal frameworks while maintaining your status and not crossing back into the statutory commercial side of what we were trying to get out of in the first place.
Okay.
So, like I said earlier, you're directly communicating between the state agency and your trust. So this is a solution that offers a path to automotive financial responsibility. It honors your sovereign status while satisfying state requirements for your road use. Everything here is legal.
In at least 44 jurisdictions in the states. What 6 states does that not include? Do you know off the top of your head?
Let's see. I had looked at it once. I did not memorize the list. I think, what was it? Alaska, Hawaii, who else?
Probably the latest 6 states.
It was mostly the last 6 states, and I can't remember all of them.
Okay.
But yeah, primarily them.
Okay. It's not hard to find. So just.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That would probably be some information that you should put up on the website.
Right. So now we're going to hit let's see, let me get this over here again. All right, here we go. Property, real estate, rental. Again, the same stuff. Okay. We've already covered eliminating premiums, keeping your wealth within your sovereign control, creating a self-determined protection framework that aligns with your status. And again, we're leveraging and we're actually saying what the offices are: state treasuries, comptrollers, banking and insurance commissions, bypassing corporate insurance models, and establishing direct fiduciary relationship with state agencies that will respect your sovereign status. The claims process is a two-part approval, right? And it directly participates in claims decisions, or you are participating in the claims decision while maintaining the integrity of independent verification. So that allows you to have faster disbursements without the typical corporate insurance delays and disputes. Now, I had asked a couple of the different AI models about the turnaround time between a claims filing and when the disbursement actually occurs. They reported back between 60 and 90 days. I brought up this model and asked the same question. They said the response back from from sending the claim to disbursement is less than 30 days.
Okay.
So as long as you are responsive in your approvals, the claims disbursements will happen a lot faster.
And this is for the real estate claim or any
Right.
claim?
Now, this is a special thing that I had to hold back on because I wanted to show this. These bonds for real estate are stackable. So that means in the situation that you have a property that's worth more than $1 million, you can stack multiples of $1 million block bonds in order to accommodate what is necessary to cover for that property. The next thing about this is that the goal of the real estate insurance is to be able to maintain at least twice the value of the property. So if you have a property that is 1.5 million, you would have 3 million in bonds deposited. With having that much available, not only are you able to pay off whatever it is that was on that mortgage, but you'll be able to continue to insure for the use, the upgrading, the maintenance of that property for however long you're going to be there for. Well, let's say for the 10 years that the bond is maturing. Very simple process.
Now, with property taxes, school taxes, all these taxes associated with your real estate.
Oh, yeah. You want to pay the taxes on it through the bond? Absolutely. Why would you say no to you?
I think some people are going to fall in love with you.
I hope so. I hope so.
Right? Yeah. All right. Let's get back to the slideshow.
So this, we already mentioned that we've eliminated deductibles so that you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to come out of pocket to do this. Whatever it may be, the boiler blew up. Oh, okay, let's get it done now. The state comes, hey, did the boiler blow up? Yes, the boiler blew up. Approve it. Okay, here's the check. Thank you. Less than 30 days.
Your roof
You're
blew
able,
off.
all of it. Imagine the people who are in Oklahoma and the middle states that deal with tornadoes on a regular basis. This would save their lives.
Yeah.
Amazingly.
Yeah. Imagine the people in North Carolina that got flooded.
Oh, yes.
Central Texas that lost everything.
Yes. Not to say that it would eliminate FEMA, but there's less reliance on it.
Right. It's more local.
because
For one.
yeah, you're able to maintain locally without having to go to the federal government and say, "Oh, well, there's this federal emergency. I need help."
Right.
And have to wait a year or two or five just to get, what you needed in 30 days. Amazing.
Yeah. That is,
So,
that is amazing.
because everything runs through the treasury, you're able to maintain a great level of transparency as to not just the function of the trust, but also how you are administering. So you're able to show you're a good steward of what it is that you've been administering. No premiums, no deductibles, no copays. And I mean ever. This aligns with your sovereign principles, your right to self-determination, and protecting your private property, establishing a direct relationship with the state that acknowledges your status without subordination. So, in other words, you don't have people who are just, ready to use that hair trigger to say, "Oh, sovereign citizen." No, I'm private, and you're going to honor it because I'm operating properly. This creates a protection network or framework that's consistent with your rights. So you're able to establish your private sanctuary, homesteading, right? So that way you're able to distinguish your property from commercial or ambiguously zoned real estate. So, for example, I know some people are not fans of things such as redistricting, but the only reason why they're able to redistrict is because there's no real ownership of the properties that are in question. If you have this in place, they now have to honor, oh, this one's independent. We can't count them. As simple as that. Protects the mantra of a man's home is his castle. And you have complete decision-making authority over not only your private property, but disbursements that come from your bonds. And just like with being able to eliminate repossessions, you're able to eliminate foreclosures and evictions, because both of those are typically started because of non-payment on the mortgage or non-payment on the lease. So you're able to help your family to feel and become 1,000% more stable. And let's say you go through thefts, vandalisms, any other type of, catastrophic force majeure, a disaster, your family is going to be able to recover faster because you will already have those funds available to rebuild. We're using existing trust law and state financial systems to create a legally sound protection structure. Nothing is new here. That protection works within, but it transcends it overperforms conventional insurance models. This should create a precedent for sovereign property protection that others can follow. So, this program presents a paradigm shift in property protection. It honors your status. It doesn't question things. It enforces it, in fact, while providing a robust financial security for your most valuable private assets, your home.
Start from the beginning. Yeah. You gotta bust past, don't catch no feelings. I come through with the style that's always revealing. From the block like the tick-tock, don't stop. I was that shorty, she was non-stop.
Thank you for hanging around after the show. I want to present to you Tailor Made Trust. featuring Ann LaFleur's Trust Series, available at tailormadetrust.com, as well as the fearlessfloydshow.com store. Here are a handful of the available trusts that can be built, custom tailored to your needs and desires. 25 different trusts, plus the DNA trust addendum. And as always, Ann LaFleur's classic trusts and ancillary classes, and also Ann's books on trust and specialty trust, which I also co-authored. If you'd like to get a class, a book, or have a trust custom built for you, always available at the fearlessfloydshow.com store. And I'll see you in the next show. Thank you for watching and have an awesome day.